Hey everybody, how you doing? It is Taurus season, and I've decided this month that I'm going to choose some questions related to your sign to ask the cards, in addition to what do you need to know at this time. So this month for Taurus, I am going to ask, how can I appreciate and nurture my relationship? So that's going to be the main focus. How can I appreciate and nurture my relationships? I'm using the Guiding Light Oracle deck. And one of my old favorites, this is one of the first Oracle decks I got, was Oracle of the Unicorns. And the tarot deck I'm using, I got on Etsy, I believe, and it's called Super Lunaris. And that's what it, Super Lunaris. And the back of it, who made it? I don't see who made it, but I can let you know. Let's see. It's a signed copy, too. Let's see who created this beautiful deck. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Where is the name of the person who created the deck? That is crazy. Hmm. Wow. That's a shame. I mean, I'd have my name right out there front and center because this is a really nice deck. I can't read her name. So it's Super Lunaris, Superlunaris. You can look it up on Etsy. That's where I found it. I'll have to let that person know that she needs to put her name on the deck. So anyway, here we go. This is for Taurus for the month of May 2025. May 2025 for Taurus. Called on my guides and angels. Called on some of my ancestors too, who probably are pretty keen on tarot. And question is, how can I appreciate and nurture my relationships? So, this is a transformational time, isn't it? We're going through quite an interesting time in our lives, and we have chosen to be here at this time. And relationships are one way that we can find transformation for ourselves. That those are our greatest teachers, the people we're in relationship with. And I have gotten to the point where, oddly enough, I'm not always happy about it, but I say thank you to the teachers around me who point out to me that I have some more work to do. And that's okay. All right, here we go, Taurus. Let's see. What do we have for Taurus from the Guiding Light Oracle? A starry night. The beaming and glistening light from the stars reminds you that there is hope for your future. Well, I hope so. I find Taurus people to be very social, outgoing, not always outgoing. I have to say they're probably introvert, extrovert types. But here's to a starry night to help you grow your relationships. And then we have the challenger, and this is directly related. It says your relationships could be challenging you in a very painful way. Well, that means change is on the horizon, I hope. Soul purpose. Something exciting is on the horizon for you if you follow your passion. I hope your passion is dealing with whatever it is that's challenging you, a relationship that's challenging you in a very painful way. I'm going to save the last card for the Oracle of the Unicorns. So I'm going to get into the tarot now. So there is hope for your future. You're being reminded that there is hope for your future. If you are being challenged in a big way by your relationships, that's a sign that, take a look at your side of the street. What do you need to clean up on your side of the street? Take responsibility for your part and leave the other side to the other person. Okay. And then soul purpose. Something exciting is on the horizon for you if you follow your passion. All right, here we go, Taurus. One more shuffle. I've heard it said, somebody said, oh, you should never shuffle a tarot deck like you do playing cards. Well, I don't think, it's necessarily so. Here we go. For Taurus, we have the star. There's your hope for the future. So that is your situation or your energy right now. Your situation or your energy. The hopeful card is the card of Aquarius. Then we have the Eight of Swords, which is feeling that you're trapped somehow, but this is an illusion, a complete illusion. So this illusion of being trapped is crossing the star. It's crossing your situation for good or for bad. And I'm hoping that the Eight of Swords is a sign to you that you need to take action for yourself. At the bottom of the reading, we have the Hermit. This is why the reading is taking place in the way that it is at this time. In the recent past, we have the Five of Cups. At the top of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. Here's your creativity, your resourcefulness, your, resourcefulness and creativity, and how to improve your relationships. Oh, I love this. Two of Pentacles in the near future. That is saying, man, I got this made. I got it figured out. I'm good. I got it going on. Seven, this is interesting. I love this Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is in your energy, is in your energy field. So I love this card, and I'll talk about it in a minute. But you have the Seven of Swords here. We have the Five of Pentacles in the environment, lack, being impoverished in some way. Okay. Your hopes and dreams, we have the Seven of Wands. This is standing your ground, setting boundaries, standing your ground in your hopes and dreams. And the final card in the reading is the Page of Wands. Wow, fire-breathing dragon right there. So this is interesting, the Page of Wands. If you're having, so the question is, how can I appreciate and nurture my relationships? Throat chakra right here. This is all about the throat chakra. What are you sending out? She's sending out light. Warm light, hot light. I really think it's passion. The light of passion, which, is love and desire of the heart. That's the last card in the reading. So, Taurus, what is in the way of your hope, what you can't see, and what you can't see all around you is your hope, because you feel that you're trapped and you can't, you're boxed in. You don't know where to go. You don't know how to help yourself. You don't know what to do with relationships, with a certain relationship, or maybe more than one. This is telling you to find some help, because this is complete illusion. There is a way out, and there is a way through, and it requires effort on your part. Something probably like going within, going deep inside, and finding out, can you pull the problem apart so that you can see the different pieces, like a puzzle. How the communication that's involved in the relationship. And then maybe seeking a higher power, could be therapy, could just be learning better communication skills somehow. Maybe not therapy, just maybe working with someone who is a good communicator and having them coach you, doing maybe some role play. In your recent past, you have some grief. So, it could be split relationships, people leaving each other. And I really feel that it is a lack of communication. the inability to communicate, the inability to see that what the other person wants is what you want to. You're just saying it in different ways and with a different kind of passion. Saying it in it with a different kind of passion. Page of Cups at the top of the reading points to the outcome, and that's interesting because we have a page at the outcome. So, this cup and this card just kind of tell me that this card's at the top, this is at the bottom of the reading. You have all the answers inside of you. Back down. Don't blame. How do you improve these relationships? What do you need to do? Do you need to maybe put yourself in the other person's shoes or something to see where they're coming from? Maybe get out of yourself and try to see where they're coming from somehow. But you have the answers. You have the answers within you, and you have an intuitive sense, and you have the ability to go within and get answers for yourself. All right, that's what these cards are telling me. And I have the feeling you're going to be doing okay with this because the near future shows this guy who is an expert juggler and he's loving it. He's loving where he is. How could you not? He's all dressed up and ready to go, and he is just enjoying juggling those pentacles. It's like juggling words and enjoying conversation, enjoying creating relationship through your conversation. At the bottom of the final column, your energy is the Seven of Swords. This Seven of Swords is very interesting to me. I watch videos of people camping, people who are camping by themselves with their dogs or whatever. And I try to stay away from the scary ones because they scare me. But, sometimes people, they go camping and they're walking and they're looking behind them because they hear somebody coming from behind them, or they hear some noise behind. I feel like that's what this is like. I feel as though you are taking your stuff. Not that you're stealing, because this card typically, on the surface would mean stealing, outright stealing, in the light of day, right under your nose. But here I feel as though it's not that this guy is stealing, it's that he's come to take his stuff, because look at how he's holding this sword. He's ready. He's ready to use that sword. So he's taking his stuff and ready to leave. He has to come back and get two more swords. And he hears somebody behind him as though he should be there by himself, but there's somebody there. So how does that relate to this reading? I feel as though it relates to this reading in that actually I feel as though you're hoping that whoever you're in relationship with is there to come and talk to you, because I don't really think you want to leave. I don't think you want to be leaving this relationship. And I think you're hoping, you hear something, and I think you're hoping that the other person is there to talk to you. Because right now, the relationship is impoverished somehow. There's lack of understanding, And the answer is here. The light is on, there's food in there, food and clothing. They can probably get some social service information in that church, which is warm and inviting. But they choose to walk right past it because you know what? They're going to do it all up by themselves. They don't need any help. Taurus can be that way. No, I got it. That's the stubborn side of Taurus. No, I don't need it. I got it. I can do it. Well, I don't know. How good are you doing this? How good is this working out for you? How good is that working out for you? Sometimes it's okay to say, you know what? I'm going to get a little help with this. So that I can stand my ground in a way that empowers me, that you're being misunderstood. That's what this is all about. Right here, these other people down below wanting to get at you, you're being misunderstood. He is saying, no, I'm not playing that trick. I'm not falling into that. I'm not going to release these boundaries. I have my boundaries. They're important and they're healthy. And I'm not going to, fall into that pit of self-pity. I'm going to work my way through this. I'm going to work my way through this. And it may require, this reminds me of like a shamanic journey. I don't know, Taurus. I don't know if it's really, I feel like it is. It may be that involved where you really need to put, because this is not just about the relationship, it's about you. It's about you. Who are you? What are you doing? Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you making yourself happy? Do you feel good about your relationships, about the relationships around you? And if you're not, don't look out there, look in here. That's what this is about. How can I appreciate and nurture my relationships? You can do that by appreciating and nurturing yourself. And that means getting help. Sometimes that means getting help. I don't know. That's up to you. All right, let's see. What does the unicorn, Oracle of the Unicorns, have as the final word on this reading? So you have hope. You have a lot of resources around you. I see the suffering of your situation with a relationship or a few relationships, but you have answers. You have answers, and sometimes we need help just to unlock those answers, just to get those answers out of us. All right, here we go. Cycles. I love this card. Everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body. Tune into the moon's magic. Communication is also about cycles and tuning into ourselves. This horse looks like it needs some rest. It's tired. It's been working really hard. And I feel as though it's suffering, but it's going through a transformation. That's what the butterflies are about. So this is definitely a reading on transformation. And I hope that it helps you this month. Happy birthday to you all, Taurus, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.